And to me, this is a signal that the Reichstag, or Bundestag, which now replaces the Reichstag, simply should not remain standing any longer. Flat, slightly radioactive, melted ground will remain in its place. How you doing, guys? Eric from RuleTheWasteland.com. Told you it would happen. I've been saying for a long time that, of course, the war in Ukraine, which is actually a war between Russia and NATO, would expand, and that is definitely what's happening right now. I don't know what to tell you guys who are on the fifth time telling everyone that Russia's run out of ammo or that they're going to collapse or whatever. So, I don't know, yeah, like I said, I just don't know what to tell you. Because now we're at a point where it's expanding into, we knew that this was a conflict between Russia and NATO the whole time, and now we're expanding into more direct conflict between Russia and NATO itself. We're having, I think a Navy SEAL was literally found, like, dead in Ukraine, killed, and was in active deserter status. Where does that sound familiar? Where every time you hear about some secret mission, even if it's portrayed in movies and whatever, it's always, if you're caught, you're going to be disavowed. Yeah, so some Navy SEAL dies, some deserting Navy SEAL just happened to go fight in Ukraine. I seriously doubt it. And now we have Germany pretty much openly declaring war on Russia, which they're not calling it that, but that's literally what it is. And that's certainly, more importantly, what it is from Russia's perspective. And this is the foreign minister said, and I quote, "I have said already in the last days we have to do more on Ukraine. Yes, we have to do more on tanks, but the most important part and the crucial part is that we do it together and that we do not do the blame game in Europe because we are fighting a war against Russia and not against each other." That's an interesting little tidbit to add. But yeah, so this is not official declaration of war, but when you're saying, you know, we're going to give tanks and missiles and stuff, and they're openly rolling tanks across Germany into Russia, basically, or into Ukraine at least. That's how they're going to perceive it. And that's how they should perceive it. Not to say that Russia is correct here, because that's not what this is about, but I mean, in a literal sense, they are at war with Germany now, if they weren't, you know, hadn't admitted already. And now they've come out with some pretty tough rhetoric, Russia has, basically saying that they're going to nuke Germany. It says, meanwhile, Putin's favorite propagandist, Vladimir Solyevov, I can't even say that right, ranted over the tank move, which he plainly sees as a significant blow to Putin, while also being proof in Russia's eyes that Germany has directly joined the war. I mean, obviously they have directly joined the war. There's no other way to describe that. I mean, if you are fighting with someone and someone else is just standing by the sideline handing them weapons, but, oh no, don't worry, I'm not fighting you, and just hands him a bat. Like, no, I'm not fighting you. You're not fighting, you know, we're not in any conflict, and hands him a knife. You can see how ludicrous it seems. And then he said, "It's time to send a clear, resolute message that we now consider Germany a direct party to the conflict." End quote. And that's, like I said, it doesn't matter if Germany is trying to convince you that they're not at war with Russia. Russia thinks they are, and that's all that counts. But in this case, they are at war. I mean, like, it's just semantics and, you know, word salad to pretend otherwise. They continue to quote, "Rekindling memories of World War II, German tanks appearing will definitely mean we consider German territory, military bases, and other sites as legitimate targets. NATO wants to fight in this cunning way, pretending that it's not fighting." And in that statement, I completely agree with the Russians, that they're stupidly trying to pretend like they're not fighting Russia, when, regardless of what you think they should or not, it would be in probably everyone's best interests if they were more open about what they're doing, because they're not fooling the Russians, the ones who they're actually fighting. So who are they trying to fool? Us? You know, the other NATO countries themselves? Whatever. So president of the Moscow Institute of the Middle East had some pretty harsh rhetoric. His name was Yevgeny Satanovsky. Said German tanks with crosses on their armor will again march across Ukraine attacking Russian soldiers. I have a natural reaction to this. The Soviet Union bombed Berlin in 1941, and to me this is a signal that the Reichstag, or Bundestag, which now replaces the Reichstag, simply should not remain standing any longer. Flat, slightly radioactive, melted ground will remain in its place. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, and post comments, and Let me know if you still think Russia's running out of ammo or any of that foolishness, and I will talk to you guys later.